Remember to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, because we are going to be reviewing something that we saw on the Instagram. I'm on Instagram. She is not. If you guys want to know what that is, I'll post it down below. Comment just for it. Yes. But this lady, basically, we want you guys to watch this tape.
Yes.
Then we're going to come back and discuss it. Okay?
You know what really grinds my gears? When I see men who are always complaining about gold diggers and women trying to get after a man's money, it's like you're pursuing those women. Those are the women that you know that you like. You just cannot afford to maintain them like you can already see that they're being maintained. Her eyelashes extensions are on. Her nails are done. She got a nice bag, nice shoes. She drives a nice car. You know that you can't afford to keep up that lifestyle, but you want that kind of woman. You want her, but you don't want to do what it takes to get her. All you have to do is shop within your budget. It's like going into like Louis Vuitton and being like, look, these bags ain't no different than anybody else's bags. Why don't you just, this bag ain't really worth $2,000. You could sell it to me for $5. Because really, it's not even made of real leather. It's this canvas tote. Like, come on. Like, you're not going to go in there and try to negotiate because the price is the price. The same way with women. The women that you're approaching, you know that they want a certain kind of lifestyle. If you can't afford that lifestyle, leave those women alone. There are so many women out here who will pay your bills, who will let you drive their car, who will, help you fulfill your dream, pay your way through school. There are a lot of misguided women who will do all that for you, but you don't want them. You want the ones who don't want to do that because you think it's cute to break that woman and make that woman change for you. That's the big flex for you. The big flex for you is to get the baddie who you don't have to do nothing for, but you know good and well it don't work like that. Stop.
Now that you watch the tape.
I actually do agree with her.
We talk about this all the time on this channel.
However, that will not be. Because men always want to bat high beyond their reach. They always want to, on the sheer chance.
They might be here,
yes,
but they want to go here.
Yeah. On the sheer chance that they may hit a home run. Mm-hmm. So, however, with women, a lot of times, we really should be doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
But beyond where we know we can go. And insist on that. It's not a just in case. Insist that I get someone who is, maintains themselves.
And knows how to maintain women.
Well. Yes.
Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
Yeah. It's wonderful for her to say that, but no man is taking that kind of advice. Not really. They always want that woman, and they will try their luck. It's up to you as a woman to look at this man, see how he rolls, and very quickly realize he is below my rank. We are not in the same class. We're not in the same mindset. We don't have the same values. You know what I'm saying? And you can also look at him and tell whether he takes certain things seriously. If you meet a guy and he is talking about right away, like, oh, you like your nails done, huh? Well, baby, I don't need you to be doing all of that. I love, and ooh, I think that bus don't stop on the road. Ooh, and it got children in there. Oh boy. Well, I hope he gets out. Oh boy. Anyhow, some men, they'll see you all of a sudden, I really like the natural look. You don't need to wear all that.
No, I don't know.
gotta leave. You better run. You better run. If he starts like trying to tell you about, he doesn't want a woman who put emphasis on this, well, he means that he pocket ain't got money
It's
for
quite
that.
slim.
So you don't want that. I'm going to tell you all a very, very, very funny story. And I think I've told you the story. So I was dating this guy a long time ago when I was in my 20s. And I used to be very, very vain, right?
The stories she told me were quite hilarious.
Yeah. But this particular guy, he was actually quite handsome. And he wanted me. He was older than me. He was about 10 years older than me. And he wasn't in college. He had already long graduated, had a good job, and all this stuff. So he wanted me to go to like an office event that his office was having. Wanted me to go as his plus one. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just said, what kind of event, whatever, so I can know what I need to wear and all that. And I was like, at that time I didn't have a car, and actually I didn't even, I wasn't driving. So I just said, hey, I needed him to take me to the hairdresser because I wanted to get my hair done. And so we go to the hairdresser, and he drops me off, and I tell him when he should come pick me up, and he's like, oh, okay, not a problem, and all that stuff, and I just turned to him like, and he's looking at me, oh, okay, well, let me come around and open your door, because I guess he
didn't know why you were looking at him.
And I was like,
I'll be the guy. You be you.
So I said, well, it actually cost, I gave him the amount it cost. And I was like, but I'm actually going to need like this amount because I like to give a good tip. Because at that time I was giving like at least $10 to $20 tip. And so he's looking at me, he's like, and I'm just looking at him. Because really, that's what I was expecting. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't having no attitude, just matter of fact. And he's like, oh, okay. Okay. He took out his wallet and he count. And I didn't ask him why he was, why the hesitation or slight hesitation. He gave me the money. Thank you so much. I went and got my hair done. He picked me up. Oh, you look pretty, whatever. We went to his event and all that. And, hey, he was very happy to have me on his arm. So, and actually when I went, I was really like the youngin' there. Because all these people looked much older than me because, So, anyway, later on, when we were going out on another date, later on he was like, I was just wondering, and I don't have any problem, whatever. But I was wondering, like, remember when I took you out from my office, whatever, and you turned and you asked me for money? I was just wondering, like, like, how come? Not that it wasn't a problem, but I guess I just want to know and stuff. I just wanted to know how I roll. And I was like, when you invited me out, you were actually lucky that I actually had an outfit that I could wear. Because if not, you would have had to buy my outfit. But you're taking me to an thing. You tell me this is the kind of event. I'm not going to go embarrass you with my hair not done. You know what I'm saying? The hair has to be done. 'Cause I'm not going out like that. I don't want to embarrass myself. So I'm expecting you to, pay for my hair. Because I would not have been going to get my hair done if it wasn't for your event, And he's like, okay. And then the tip, you leave quite a bit of tip. I said, yeah, but I, when I go on my own, I do leave a good tip. So, oh, okay. I just wanted to know because, we were both two different cultures. He was American he's like, we're two different cultures, so I'm trying to understand. Let me tell you, I didn't even ask him, oh, well, what will American women do? Because guess what? For me, it doesn't matter about culture. These are my rules. Okay, this is how I roll. But I didn't tell him all that. I got to maintain my feminine energy. So, yeah, anytime he took me out, he had to let me know, okay, do you have something to wear? Do we need to go to the mall? Because that's how it was. Now, if he had a fit about that, about something so small, because for me that's a small thing, to get my hair did, that would have been the end of that relationship. So I understand what this lady is talking about, but a man will never, he will always try to get somebody who is beyond his means. And be hoping that, and exactly, just like what that lady said, he will try to be breaking you down. Until one day you will see a friend that you haven't seen like in 10 years or something, and they will look at you like, oh my God, what happened to her? Because they used to, see you as this, push, like bougie woman, and now all of a sudden, nails not done, you ain't got no eyelashes, hair not done. I don't usually use, these are my real nails actually. I don't usually put all those things. I used to put the eyelashes until it really messed up my eyelashes. I used to put the weave. I used to put, all of that stuff on. But yeah. So I agree with her 100%. It's just that men are not going to do that. So it's a woman who has to know what her value is, be very discerning, to look at a man to see how he rolls. I was with another guy. I remember there was another guy that he was very wealthy. He was like one of the wealthiest men I've actually ever dated, and he was generous. It wasn't that he wasn't generous like with me, but you know what turned me off? One day we went out, and a lady came in the restaurant. Actually, this lady was actually dressed up. You will now know that she was like a beggar off the street, but she came to our table and asked for money. I don't know what her story was. I don't know. All I know is this is a woman, looks like to be in her 30s. And I just, took out my 20 and I just gave it to her. But tried to give it to her discreetly because it was a nice restaurant. And I saw I guess they call the maitre d', tried to hurry up to come to our table, maybe to shush the woman away or something. But I just, gave it to her. But this guy wanted to start getting it on me, sometimes these people, they're doing stuff like this to trick you, So that's why I don't give people like that money. And I just looked at him and I told him, I actually don't care what their intention is. I'm going to take them at their word. She needs money. I have it. I'm going to give it. Because that's what I saw my mom do a lot. She'll see someone, she can never pass a beggar and not give the person something. So, that's just how I am. And he was like, you shouldn't do that because I don't care if they're tricking me. That's on them. I've done my part. I have given my charity. If they're being deceitful, that's between them and God. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go around thinking badly about people and thinking that someone is always trying to get over. That's not a good way to live. But that relationship was not going to work for long because it shows me right there that this person is not charitable.
Yeah.
It shows me that this person also thinks badly of people. Instead of, maybe she's just someone who, maybe she didn't have any money for gas.
Yeah.
Or something. Maybe she's just having a bad time or whatever. And, what's wrong with that? So, yeah, as women, I think when we're looking for our partners, we just have to be very discerning, see how they roll, because however they are, as you go get deeper into the relationship and the time goes, you will find that that person gets worse. That's what you said about one of our episodes we're doing today.
Yeah.
They get worse with however you found them. Don't think, oh, I'm going to change this person. No, they're probably going to get worse. But what do you think about her stuff? Are you okay?
You know,
Okay, stop that.
okay. Yes.
Okay.
I needed a moment.
Yes.
Just because when she was talking or whatever, it just made me realize that, you know, I do have more healing to do. And I feel like as women, we all have more healing to do. But I feel like, you know, I'm like in a place in my life where I feel like, okay, I'm ready. I want to have somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
But when she was talking about it, I was like, I still have healing to do because there's still some things that I don't want to accept from anybody.
Yeah.
So, and that was it. But
Yeah, and
I know you're like, why is she crying?
I know.
But
the thing is, I had to say to her, you just have to give yourself grace. Like, yes, I had, yes, I had this kind of attitude when I was younger, but even at that, I still went through, times when I didn't make the best decisions, times when I was crazy behind some dude and all that stuff, I mean, of course, I didn't end up with this guy marrying him or anything like that. So, I mean, we broke up after a while. I broke up with him, but it wasn't because of, it was just, I think we had just different values and stuff like that. But, I was just telling her, just have grace. Like, my story is not going to be your story, you know? Your story is not going to be somebody else's story.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to show yourself grace. You're not going to have everything together. And yes, okay, maybe I was like this in my 20s, but then I got ran over later on in my 30s and 40s, like, made my little mistakes, dragged my children with me. Like, I mean, what's better? Having your shit together in your 20s and then messing up 30s and 40s? Well, you know something? I'd rather mess up in my 20s and have my shit together by the time I ass 40. That's for damn sure. I don't want to be going backward, regressing, have my shit together in my 20s and then 30s and 40s. I don't regress all the way to the boondocks.
Yeah.
And going around looking a hot mess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even that, I have to show my own self grace. So I was just telling her, show yourself grace.
Yeah, like, because I feel like, with my whole journey or whatever, like, what I would have accepted maybe 3 or 4 years ago is something that I will never accept today.
Yeah.
So when I look at that, and I'm like, yes, you still have a little more healing to do, but I have come a really long way.
Yeah.
So I think as women, we have to show ourselves grace. And
Yes.
I mean, I know.
And recognize that it's not just you who has healing. Everybody has
everybody has healing to do.
That they have to do. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody is, except God,
Yeah, just when she said it, it was it clicked to me that, like, I actually still have more healing to do because there's things that sometimes I accept whenever I'm on a dating app or whether I'm talking to somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
And I still need to work on myself before I'm even, like, finding somebody or trying to have somebody come to me. Yeah. So that was my only thing.
And let me tell you, on a dating app too, I sometimes accept some things.
It's so very depressing
because
to be on a dating app,
I guess
honest.
both of us, we don't really like conflict like that.
No.
So
avoid it like the plague.
So we avoid it. So and then we're always trying to make others more comfortable than ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to be like Miss Martha. I have this friend called Miss Martha, and she always says, I will never make myself uncomfortable to make someone else comfortable.
Yeah.
We need to do that, but we are not those people.
I mean, we're still growing and healing and still, we're still learning.
So yeah, I mean, hey, if you are one person in this comment who has no healing to do, please let us know.
Yeah.
And and if you are someone who has healing, let us know so that Mary can know she is not alone in this struggle, okay?
No, but I know,
And I have healing to do.
I think we all have healing to do. I think it's just important that we show, that, I show myself grace and we show ourselves grace.
Yeah.
Because, I know that in order, I I mean, you even said that sometimes you don't even have to be completely healed, but I feel like you have to be
Yes.
actively working on yourself for that person to come. And I'm like at a point in my life where I'm like, I've been on a straight and narrow for like 3-4 years. Where's my person?
Yeah.
So I was like on a dating app
And-
for about a week,
Yeah.
and I am now off of it because
Yeah.
one is depressing, and then two, I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm happy that I went on it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm off it, and this whole conversation happened, because I was talking to God outside earlier today about the whole thing or whatever, and then
Right.
I was just like, then when you guys said what you said, and then I had my crying moment or whatever, I was like, this is it. I still have healing to do, and God really wants me to actually focus in on myself
Yes.
before
absolutely.
before I'm supposed to have my soulmate come to me.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, you know,
So what do you think of what the lady said in terms of the guys wanting to have someone, like, if you're not able to maintain someone who you can?
well, I think that also goes kind of back to what we were just talking about. I think, you know, if you are a man who's batting high above his station, make sure that you're also at that place. Make sure that you can actually maintain that. Even though you want to bat higher, don't do it because you want
Of
to
your ego.
because of your ego,
Yeah.
and then you just come to break her
Want
down.
want
You
other
know what
people
I'm
to
saying?
see you with this your bad chick.
Why don't you make sure that you have yourself together, you have your finances together as well, and then you'll be able to attract a woman like that, and you guys can have a beautiful marriage.
Yeah.
Versus getting somebody like that to break her down.
Yeah.
You know, we might all want to bat high above our station,
Yeah.
but also make sure that you're working to attain that for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt or whatever. But typically, most men don't do that.
No, they don't.
But you have to, that's why you have to be really cautious
Yeah.
and very aware
Yeah.
of who you are dealing with
Yeah.
in all cases.
Remember that there was a show that we watched. It was called Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
And Bobby. I
Yeah.
always remember Bobby. I don't even know what the woman's name is. But her name
Yeah.
is Bobby.
Yeah.
And he married this woman at first sight. And
Yes.
she comes, he has good credit.
Mm-hmm.
He got his money straight.
Yeah.
Right? And and he has his savings.
Yeah.
And she comes and he says, okay, he wanted to know all her debt, all that stuff.
Right.
Now, he was really looking for a woman who was going to be at home, a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah.
But she was working. She did not want to give up that, right? She wanted to continue to work, right? And the other thing, too, she used to foster dogs.
Yeah.
And she will foster, I don't know how many dogs. And so sometimes she works out of town. And she will be fostering, I don't know, 3, 4, I think one
5.
time was even 5 dogs.
Yeah.
She left him with the dogs.
That were pooping and peeing everywhere.
They were pulling me everywhere because these are foster dogs. Went out of state,
Mm-hmm.
came back, and he had, he had like taken care of the dog to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
So he calls her one day and says, okay, he needs to see all her bills, her debts, whatever. So she's showing him, she had like a $40,000 debt
Yeah.
on something with some credit cards, whatever. And then he looks at how much she needs per month to take care of herself. First of all, he says, okay, when he comes to the confessional, he says, okay, this $40,000 debt, I got to take care of it because you're my wife.
He said he
And-
wasn't looking forward to using all his savings on
Yes,
it.
but
this
he's
man
gonna
had
have
more
to.
than 40,000 plus in his savings.
Yeah, he owned his own home.
Yes.
And he's like, you know something, I am going to have to take care of that debt because I don't want us to be in debt.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, I'm going to take care of that. Then he's looking at her stuff. She spends about $2,000 a month not on makeup, on skin products, her skin and hair products, like the lotions and stuff that she used. And he was like, okay, so what's this $2,000? He was shocked, like, what are you purchasing? And she goes to her little cabinet and brings her little things, and how much
She
these
has
things
good skin
cost.
though.
But she got good skin though.
And she keeps her body up. She's had 3
Keep her
kids for
body
him.
up. Yes. Well, now she does.
Yeah.
Right? And she's a stay-at-home.
And mind you, she
After-
said she did not want to be a stay-at-home wife.
But
But
that
he
man-
wanted her to be. But he proved to her that I have the funds. I
You
can
can
take care of you
trust
emotionally.
me.
Yes, you would trust me. I
Yes.
spiritually got you. I got you financially. And physically, I got you.
I'm not gonna pull any nonsense.
You
So
can depend on me.
You don't have to work, like because you feel as though you can't trust me. I'm gonna turn on you one day. No. And that girl, before the year was out,
She was a stay-at-home mom, and she had 2
pregnant.
kids. Yes.
So yeah, that's what you are looking for. Someone like
Yeah.
a Bobby.
Yeah.
You ain't
for
looking
sure.
for some Joe Blow down the street.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to just grin and bear it.
Yeah.
I have so many, I mean, you know some of the people I know
Yeah.
who
For sure.
have come crying to me. They have been young like you. You
Yeah.
know, in your 20s, you know, a little older than you, like in their late 20s, right?
Yeah.
But they're crying, you know, Mama, and, you know, where do I go find my person? And I'm
That's
just
been
like,
me like this whole month. I don't know what's going
you
on.
will
with
find
me.
your person. I promise you, the person coming.
Yeah.
You focus in on you.
Yeah.
Okay? But yeah, that's what any woman wants. They want a Bobby. When I
Yeah.
come with my debts, you got me.
Yeah.
When I tell you that this is how much I spend on skincare, and I know how, because there was a time when I used to spend that much on, you know, when I used to work and work all my jobs, I would spend that much on skincare, my makeup, stuff for the hair.
Well, you're blessed
especially
with
with
good
our
skin.
natural hair.
I gotta
This
take
natural hair sometimes can be more expensive than the weave.
out. Absolutely.
I mean, the stuff we use to get this hair, you know, have it soft, smelling good, and all that stuff.
I have
okay?
ran out of my pillow soft, y'all.
Okay, so
here struggling in
it's
Africa.
it's not cheap
No.
at all, and you just want someone who, when they see you, you want someone with smooth skin, a good body. This is what it costs. And he added her little $2,000 for her skincare. He put it in their bills as a bill that he got to take care of.
Yeah.
And then there was the other person from Love is Blind,
hmm
Amber.
Yeah.
Remember, she had a credit card
Amber and Matt-
specific for her makeup.
And she was still
And he
spending that
was-
even though she was above her
And
balance.
yes,
on it.
and she was like, "Look, to look like me, it take work," and she looked good, and he knew it too. So he was like, "Oh, okay, well, shoot, I got paid this bill, you
Yeah.
know, $2,000 credit card that
Yeah.
she maxed out each month for her makeup.
Yeah, y'all.
Okay, get her nails did. All right."
If you can't maintain her, then keep it stepping.
But as we have advised you, they will never do that.
No, but make sure you find a man
You
who
got
does.
to do
So
it
you have
for
to
you.
watch out for yourself, sister.
Okay.
Yes, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this emotional yet funny and very wise take of Mary and
My
Amma.
baby, I didn't even realize she was struggling here. All I knew you were talking. I was like, cause I looked, I said, okay, wait, what's going on? We better stop that. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here.
Yes.
Whew,
But I was not going to be crying on this tape, so I was glad you said that. 'Cause I am an ugly crier. But it's
Actually,
Mary.
you're not. You really aren't. But
When I am wailing, it is a mess.
uh,
The legacy, you know, keeping up the Kardashians. But it's Mary.
and Alma,
Leave a just a like,
subscribe
share
and comment
down below.